Okay, please all stand for the opening prayer. Everybody in the name of the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. Amen. Okay, thank you. Please be seated. Good morning, everyone. Okay, kindly pick up the pieces of paper, the garbages, closer to your chairs. Kindly pick up. Okay, thank you. Okay, may I check the attendance? Is everybody present? Yes, everybody is present for today. Thanks be to God. So, it is good to begin my topic for today, which everybody is present here, so that everybody could learn more and could grow more. Okay. But before I begin my topic, let me first ask a beautiful question to begin it. Okay, my question is, who among you love to swim? Okay, kindly raise your hand. Okay, Anna? Yeah, you like to swim in the beach because there is a lot of food and beautiful views. Okay, and then what are the things that we see if we go to beach in order for us to swim? Okay. Okay, Mark? Yes, there is a lot of stone in the sea. Okay, Mark, there is a lot of people. You can engage a lot of people, your neighbor, and many other people that you could talk with, share with, or engage with. Okay. What else? Okay. Mary? Yes. You love to eat food while going to the beach. Okay. You love to eat food while others will swim. Okay. And then in preparing a food, hindi natin makakaligtaan na mahilig tayong kumain ng masasarap. Isa na ron ay ang isda. So, hindi nawawala ang isda. Most of the time. Okay. And then, oo nga, masarap ang isda, masarap ang tuna. Okay. Pero, paano ba nakukuha ang tuna? Saan ba nakukuha ang tuna? Ano bang paraan para makuha ang tuna? Okay, we will discover it. And then, there are techniques na gagawin para makakuha ng tuna. And then, it is good to begin with an activity in order to know ano ang mga technique para maging successful in fishing. Okay, this activity, I will call it as a finding a technique in the cup, or finding a technique in a secret box. So, itong box na to, nandito ang mga technique para sa pangingisda. Okay. So, your partner is your teammate, or pasabot is yung partner mo is yung kakampi mo. Your seatmate is your partner. Am I clear? Okay. So everybody kindly pick up each pair. And then after you pick up, I will give you 1 minute to reflect or to observe or to know what kind of technique did you choose. Okay, thank you. Thank you for the sharing. Beautiful sharing that you shared to your classmate about the technique that you picked. So, for today, I will introduce our topic for today. So, my topic is all about the importance of tools and equipment about aquaculture. So, our lesson for today focuses on the aquaculture. Anong ibig sabihin ng aquaculture? Aquaculture means hindi lang para sa um, food na makikita natin sa dagat, mga seafood, mga fish na galing sa dagat, pati rin yung mga fish na pwede nating gawin dyan sa fish pan, or mga sea animals na pwede nating pagkukunan ng production o pagkakakitaan dyan sa fish pan. Hindi lang doon sa dagat. Okay. These are the meaning of aquaculture. So, aquaculture means allow for the creation of controlled, healthy environments for aquatic life, enabling efficient production, monitoring, and harvesting. So, this topic is all about how to become efficient in fishing to have a successful production, yes. And also to monitor it clearly, correctly, and harvesting. So, anybody of you have a background aquaculture? Okay, yes, Mark. Can you share about the background that you learn about if we speak about aquaculture? Okay, you have experienced na may fish pan ka. So siguro Mark, may natutunan ka na at least a little bit para dito sa topic natin kasi na-experience mo na yung pagkakaroon or pagkakaroon ng production by doing a pan, nagbubuhay ka ng tilapia. So, makakatulong yun para ma-interest ka sa topic natin ngayon. Okay. So, ito yung mga tools na ginagamit natin para sa pangingisda. Okay, water pump. In the pond, we need a water pump. Without water pump, without a flowing water, the fish cannot live. Otherwise, mamamatay siya kasi walang tubig. So, for the fish, water is life. Okay. Water pump, nakakatulong ito para ma-provide ang refreshing water, delivering oxygen, and removing waste. Anong mangyayari kung walang saktong tubig, walang water pump? Anong mangyayari? Madudumi ang pan. If madumi ang pan, mamamatay ang isda. Walang quality sa isda. So, ang production natin ay humihina. Ang quality ng fish natin ay bababa. Okay. Pangalawa, laboratory thermometer. So, anong purpose ng laboratory thermometer? Okay, yung laboratory thermometer, it provides by measuring water temperature. So, mami-measure natin kung ang temperatura ba is fit ba dyan sa isda nga binubuhay natin. Kasi nga, may standard ng temperature para mabuhay ang isda. Hindi porket malamig, mabubuhay ang isda. May saktong temperatura para maging successful yung pag-fishing natin. Okay. Pangatlo is ang salinometer or refractometer. So, para saan to? Ana, may background ka nito? Okay, para ma-measure yung salt ng tubig. Okay. Without measuring a salt factor, malaking factor din siya na posibleng mamatay yung isda or posibleng bababa yung quality ng isda. Okay, dissolved oxygen meter. Okay, para ma-measure yung oxygen ng tubig. So, as human being, we also need a oxygen, yes. As well as the animals also need the oxygen. Sa Tagalog pa is hangin. Lahat tayo ay nangangailangan ng hangin. Okay, pH meter. So, ano itong pH meter? It's a device used to measure how acidic or alkaline the water is. So, in the Philippines, there is a standard of alkaline or acidic measure here in the Philippines. So, kailangan makuha natin yung standard to by using the pH meter. Para rin sa ikabubuti ng binubuhay natin na isda. Okay. Selkie disc. So, ano itong Selkie disc? Okay. It involves light penetration with how the AJ count. Light penetration with high AJ count. Okay. This is the straightforward device for determining the turbidity or clarity of water. Farm operators can measure the water's turbidity by lowering the disc into the water. So, anong purpose nito? The purpose of this one is to measure or to observe the clarity of water, the turbidity of water. Yan, sa pamamagitan ng equipment na ito, mababasa natin ang clarity at turbidity of the water. Okay. So, nandito na tayo sa fishing gears used for catching a fish. So, magtatanong ako sa inyo kung ano ba ang ginagamit ng mga fisherman? Okay. James? Yes, gumagamit sila ng net. Ano pa? Uy, pana. Gumagamit din sila ng pana. Siguro mas nakikita nyo ito sa mga video sa Facebook o sa YouTube kaya may background kayo about fishing. Okay. And let us begin with yon. Fish trap. So ano ito fish trap? So a fish trap, a common fish trap used in rivers, lakes, typically made of bamboo. So ito yung trap na mas fit dun sa lakes, mas fit dun sa rivers, and papasok lang yung isda, matatrap na sila. So it designed on the river, also designed on the lakes. Okay, it draws fish into a small opening they cannot escape from, making the practical choice for small-scale fishing. So para to sa small-scale fishing. Napapasok ang isda, may ipit sila, and then makukuha natin sila by the use of the made by bamboo. Okay, fish net. So, very known sa atin, no? Yung fish net. Makikita natin sa mga video dyan na sa pamamaraan ng pangingisda, kailangan talaga ng net. And fish net come in many different designs and are frequently employed to catch fish in many habitats. So, dito, makikita natin and malalaman natin na ang fish net is maraming design. Fish net is a general term. Okay. May mga design ang fish net. Okay? And dito natin malalaman. So, anong una? The variety of fish net. Scope net. So, ano itong scope net? This is a portable net with a long handle. O sa Bisaya pa nila, tawag natin na sibot. This is often used to catch fish that have already been trapped or cornered with the fishing tools. So, in short, itong net na to magagamit natin kapag may na-harvest na. Sa pamamagitan nitong net na to is mapapadali nating makukuha yung pag-harvest ng isda at ilalagay natin sa bangka. Mas mapadali ang pag-harvest. So, nakuha na ang isda. Sa pamamagitan ng scope net, mas mapapadali yung paglagay sa lalagyan. Okay. Seine net. So, isang seine net is parang naka-circle siya na malaki na may mga parts na lulutang sa gilid. So, by big fishing net with a buoyant top edge and wooden bottom that hangs vertically in the water. Okay, may mga parts na lulutang sa gilid para makakuha ng maraming isda. So, iba rin yung design niya. Okay, fishermen catch fish by surrounding a group of them with a net and then pulling it close. Okay, isa pa. The cast net. So, ano itong cast net? From the word cast, the large fishing net with a float at the top and winds at the bottom hanging straight in the water. So, itong net na to is hanging straight to the water. So, marami sila. Maraming hahawak na net na to. It involves teamwork siguro ng maraming bangka, ng maraming tao, ng maraming mangingisda para makakuha ng maraming isda. Okay. Ito yung pamamaraan nila to catch a fish. It involves teamwork. It involves many people. It involves many boats in order to catch more fish. Okay? So, hand diggers and collectors. So, we talk about the net. And today, and this time, we will also talk the hand diggers and collectors. So, using a hand diggers, you can dig up shellfish or crustaceans from the river or seafloor. This method is often used for clams, oysters, and crabs. So, in catching a crabs, oysters, clams, or many other things, seashells, di pwedeng net lang. So, may mga paraan para makuha sila. So, ano yun? Yes, ito yun. Hand diggers. So, if we can see in the picture, we can see hand diggers, collectors that specifically can be used in catching a clams, catching a crabs, seashells. So, para lang sa mga bagay na sa mga isda na matutulis. Okay? Dredges. Okay. Yes, we talk about net. We talk about hand diggers. And this time we talk about dredges. So, dredges can be used in a big scale fishing. So, paano? Ito is ang malaking trap sa floor ng dagat na binabato ng barko in order to catch mussels, oysters, scallops. Dredges are special tools used to scrape the ocean floor. If we say ocean floor, is para siyang malaking cage na nilalagay ng malalaking barko and then hinihila nila para makakuha ng mussels, scallops, and oysters. So, these are designed in order to catch specific sea creatures or sea animals. Okay, spears. Okay. Spear fishing uses a spear or harpoon to catch fish. While modern spear guns are common, some creatures still use hand-thrown spears. So, hand-thrown spears. So, matutulis na bagay na tinatapon mo para makuha yung isda. And in modern times, they use a spear guns. Yung matutulis na bagay, binabarel para makakuha ng isda. So, may bala na to. May bala na. Tapos, binabaril yung isda. And then, yung bala is matutulis na bagay. Okay. Hindi dinamita, ha? Okay. Hook and lines. So, tinatawag natin itong pingwit. This is the common kind of method nga very popular sa atin. Kasi nakikita natin ito parati. Ito ang hook and lines. The most used fishing equipment are hooks and lines, usually baited to draw fish. So, from the word baited, may maliit na fish stand as food in order to catch a fish. O tinatawag natin ito siyang paon sa Bisaya. So, without a bait, you cannot catch. So, there is always a combination of hook and lines plus a bait. Okay, the hook and lines is important na flexible siya. Hindi lang straight, flexible. Bakit? Kasi para mas successful yung pag-hook natin sa isda. May mga iba naman na kawayan lang na mataas, tapos may alubid lang, may bait na, okay na. Pero, mas maganda yung quality ng pangingisda mo kapag meron kang ganito talaga. Yung flexible yung hook and lines mo. And you have a quality bait na pambala in order to catch a fish. So a hook is used to catch the fish. Okay, the line connects the hook, the fishing rod or hand. And then the bait is a lure for the aquatic organism. So, ano ang mga bait na ginagamit? Usually, karne. Usually, isda rin. Usually, yung modern artificial fish that made in plastic na parang isda. Yan. Makakahuli ka na ng isda. Makakaloko ka na ng isda. Sino man loloko rito? Oy, marami sila. Okay? Yon. Kung marunong ka magloko, marunong ka ring mangisda. Stationary entangling nets. From the word stationary means na yung net is nakatayo lang. So, ang mangingisda is uh, magwi-wait lang na uh, may makuha silang isda na nakadikit lang sa net. So, itong sa pamamaraan na ito, ginagamit nila ang net in order to catch a kind of fish. So, meron ding stationary enclosures. So, these are the traps with funnel-shaped entrances that let fish in but not out. So, para siyang stationary pero para siyang cage na kapag nakapasok yung isda is hindi na makakalabas. Parang may closed door siya. So, ito yung ibang klase naman na pangingisda. So, makikita natin no, na maraming pamamaraan para mangisda. And it is our choice to choose what kind of technique that we will follow. Okay, mobile entangling nets. Mobile enclosing nets like purse, seines, or ring nets are used to encircle schools of fish while moving through the water. So, yung hinihila yung net sa water, sa ilalim ng tubig. So, hinihila yung net by using the boat and then sa pamamaraan na yan is maraming isda na nakakatch kasi hindi nila alam na gumagalaw yung net. And then there is a tendency na dumidikit sila sa net. Okay, methods of basic fishing bait. So it is important to have a bait. Bakit? Kasi yung bait, yun yung nakakakatch ng fish. So naluloko yung fish by using the bait. Without a bait, hindi tayo nakakaloko. So having a fish bait on hand is crucial to drawing fish to hook when fishing. Bait can be used effectively in a variety of ways, which can be divided into traditional and modern methods. So in traditional method ng waves, it involves live bait, natural, cut bait, doubles. So in modern bait, artificial lures, soft plastics, scented baits. So una is in traditional way. The first one is live bait or natural, like grasshopper, crickets, wherein their movement copies natural prey to attract fish. Okay, number 2, cut bait. Yung mga karne, yung mga isda na nakakat na, ikakabit na lang. So, tinatawag natin ito silang cut bait. Are species or chunks of fish wherein the strong smell of cut baits attracts fish from the distance. Okay, dough balls. So, what is the dough balls? This bait is made from flour, cornmeal, and water. They are simple but effective bait from catching fresh water fish. So, in short, ito yung mga parang balls, nakaporma na siya ng balls na manufactured na siya, na process na siya. Ikakabit na lang. Okay. Artificial lures. So, we talk about in the modern time technique. So, artificial lures. So, these are man-made baits designed to mimic the movement and appearance of fish prey. So, para maloko yung isda, di ba gagamit tayo ng bait? So, yung bait na ginagamit nito is artificial. Parang isda pero plastic siya. They come in various color, shapes, sizes including crankbaits, spinners, and jigs. Okay, soft plastics. Ito na yun. Yung soft plastics na parang copy talaga niyan yung fish. Kamukhang kamukha, same color, same softness, same size, para manluloko talaga yung isda. Lalapit talaga yung isda. Okay. They can be reached in various ways and are effective for catching a rage fish. Scented, okay, scented baits. So what is a scented bait? So modern baits often come pre-scented to attract fish with a strong smell. So hindi lang nakukuha, nakakopy yung shape ng isda, yung size ng isda, yung softness ng isda. Nakakopy rin ito ang baho ng isda. So effective siya kasi maluluko yung malaking isda na totoo talaga tong isda na to. So kakainin nila and then the moment that they will eat, the moment din na marami tayong ma-harvest. And then the moment na marami tayong na-harvest, the moment na meron tayong pagkakakitaan, makakatulong tayo sa ibang tao na makakain ng isda para sa pang-araw-araw na pamumuhay. Okay. So, tools and equipment and fishing bait methods in aquaculture. So, overall, this lesson, we learn about the methods, the techniques of fishing, as well as the equipment that can be used in fishing. So in methods, may maraming fish net na pwede nating pipiliin. Either we will use a cast net or dredges or a spears. It is up to us to decide. Okay? It's our choice. It's our freedom to choose. But the question is, is there a technique, a particular technique in catching many fish? Siguro, it is the skill of fisherman na gamitin yung skills niya, siguro mastery or experience niya, gagamitin niya, and then plus tamang pag-pick ng equipment, siguro may kabubuga or may makakuha ang isang fisherman na maraming isda. Siguro by the combination of his skills in fishing as well as his or her equipment, may choose or pipiliin niyang equipment. Siguro just combination of two. As well as pag-identify ng weather siguro. But in the pond, yes, madali lang mag-catch ng fish sa pond kasi may particular area lang. Pero ang challenge is how would you take care the fish correctly. So, yan yung challenge. Yung pag-aalaga ng isda from the very start. For example, tilapia. Yung tamang water flowing, oxygen, water pump, siguro. Yung pag-choose ng pagkain, kung anong mas best. Siguro, factor din yun. So, yes, pwedeng pagkakitaan yung isda nga nasa dagat at yung isda na nasa pond. Pero, may kaibahan din sila because siguro iba yung pamamaraan sa pond at iba yung pamamaraan sa dagat. Pero nakakatulong sila sa community too. It is because as human, we need food and fish is the primary need of the people, the community. Okay, may I choose among you na gusto ko lang i-check yung knowledge nyo sa topic na to, kung may natutunan ba o wala. Okay, Carlo, may natutunan ka ba? Okay, thank you. Meron pala. So, sabi ni Carlo is may mga technique para makakuha ng isda sa dagat. Hindi lang pala isang technique. Meron ding skills. Yon. Big word skills na binanggit niya. Okay, Ana, may I check your knowledge? Oh no! Yun pala. Ngayon pa lang niya nalaman na may mga modern artificial method na ginagamit ng mangingisda, especially sa bait. Okay. Sa paon. Merong modern na pala. So, at least ngayon, alam mo na. Okay? Because of this particular lesson, magiging fruitful itong topic na to kasi nalaman mo ngayon lang. Okay. Hindi mo na makakalimutan to. Okay. Okay, kindly prepare a 1/4 sheet of paper. So this kind of assessment is not a mere quiz but to check your knowledge, to check your attentiveness kung nakikinig ba sa discussion ko. Okay, thank you. Okay, exchange your paper within your seatmates. Okay, number 1. Okay, thank you. Kindly pass the paper in front. Okay, everybody, learn my topic for today. So, very good. All of you got the bigger grades. So, thank you for listening. Thank you for cooperation. Thank you for the love. Okay. And then, tomorrow, I will give you a work that you may do it tonight. Ngayong gabi, I will give you an assignment para may ma-check kayo tomorrow. Okay, open it on page 214. So, assignment. So, kindly answer those one. And, yun, pwede ring i-check ko kung may nalalaman ba talaga. Pwede rin mag-research kayo for more information about our topic. Pwede rin. Okay? Is there any question? Okay, question. Oh! Mahirap na tanong to ha. Ano yan? Paano makakakuha ng maraming isda na sa ngayon is inaabuso na ng mga tao yung karagatan. So, ika nga, yung tanong ni James is very hard. Bakit? Kasi it talks about the scenario or the situation for today, especially here in the Philippines. Ika nga, even if inaabuso natin yung isda, pero it is a blessing na may nakukuha pa rin. Siguro hindi kagaya noon na mas marami kaysa ngayon. Pero at least meron. Pero based on the information is malayo na talaga ang pupuntahan ng mga bangka para makakuha lang ng maraming isda. Yes. Hindi kagaya noon na malapit lang makakuha na. Pero ngayon, kailangan pang lumayag ng ilang kilometro, ilang layo para makakuha ng maraming isda. So, fishing is also a weather. Hindi porket na may dagat, palaging swerte. Meron ding araw na wala talaga, hindi nagpapakita. Or malas talaga, baka may butas yung net. Or siguro, may bagyong darating. Or siguro, malaki yung alon. So, yun yung mga hindrance para makakuha ng maraming isda. Okay, sa pond rin, meron ding mga hindrances na pwedeng magdulot ng unsuccessful fishing dyan sa pond. Especially if siguro yung tubig chlorinated, may chlorine, may chemical, pwedeng mamatay yung isda. Or may baha o natabunan yung pan mo, dumaan yung baha sa pan mo, pwede rin yung mangyari yan. So may mga bagay talaga na hindi natin makontrol. Pero may mga bagay rin na kontrolado natin. Gaya ng pag-provide ng pump, pag-provide ng oxygen, right oxygen, pwede natin gawin yun. Kontrolado natin yun. Pwede pa natin makontrol yun. Yung right food, pwede pa rin makontrol natin yun. Okay? Thank you. Thank you for listening. And see you around class tomorrow. So, don't forget your assignment. And don't forget to review the topic or to study. Okay, thank you. See you around.